All right, here we go. Take two, second time for the last time. So, got the call from the prosecutor's office, and let's see if we can get a few people in here. At least one in here, maybe two. See if I got anybody to talk to. If not, I'll sit here and ramble on to myself. I got no problem with that. My wife often tells me, "Who the hell are you talking to in there?" I figure as long as I'm not arguing with myself, what's the problem? So I got the call from the prosecutor's office, and hey, MCW Joker, thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate it. M Star, love her. Isn't she awesome promoting all her stuff all the time? So, City of Phoenix deferred prosecution to the city of Tempe as a conflict of interest. Interestingly enough, City of Phoenix didn't bother to tell me. I had to hear it through the grapevine on my own. And never heard anything from Tempe. So followed up with them and left a message with victim services the other day. Didn't hear anything. Apache Junction, MCW Joker, I follow you, brother. I know who you are. DABWAZ, what's up, brother? Just got the call from the prosecutor's office, man. M Star in the house. Hey, drop your links for when folks replay this, and they can go find you guys because you guys are awesome. So, like I was saying, City of Phoenix didn't want to prosecute conflict of interest, so they sent it over to Tempe, and nobody told me a damn thing as the victim of an assault by a member of my government that serves me. And I was on fire after the call. I was so lit up because, guys, basically what it boils down to is it was my fault that I got assaulted by that officer, is what he was trying to say. I called him out on it, and I can't wait to put up the video, but I'm having issues with some software I'm using out here in the field as I'm working. But the fact that he assaulted me because I didn't listen to his unlawful orders, it was my fault that I got assaulted by a armed thug in uniform. And as I've said before in many of your chats, that cops protect cops, courts protect courts. So I'm going to the legislature. I'm gonna fix this shit one way or another. We're gonna make some change. But what it boiled down to for him, even though he agreed completely with everything I said, you'll watch the video, guys. He agreed that he watched my video. He watched all body cam video. He spoke with members of the government and agreed with everything that I had to say. That he walked to me from a distance. I didn't provoke him. I didn't raise my voice. I was where I was allowed to be. And then they want to say that because of ARS 28622, that it was my fault. Now, guys, I've been telling you, and where is it? I've got it in my car. I've been trying to get you guys that I watch your videos because it always frustrates me, and I use these in my video when he tried to accuse me of obstruction. I keep this in my car, guys. All right, and what this has in it, and I'm going to be adding 28622 to this. But what it has in here is a lot of different laws. Let me hold this up. So we got the 1321. We got disorderly conduct. We got the loitering statute. What else do we have in here? Obstruction, governmental and criminal. We've got, what else do we got? We got harassment, and we've got criminal trespass. First, or what was that one? That was third degree, and then we got first and second on the back. But what I didn't have, and I'm not familiar with, was 28622. Who else we got in here? Constructs of the state. How you doing? Thanks for popping in. But I keep these in my car because I see what you guys go through, and God forbid I ever have to be in a situation like that. When I would have those laws prepared, but I didn't have 28-622, and I wasn't prepared for that. What that says is you got to follow a cop's lawful orders, right? And wording in the law is very important. And the key word is, it doesn't say you have to follow orders of an officer. It says you have to follow lawful orders of an officer. And nowhere in Officer Borovac's instructions to me to step back were his orders lawful. So, but having said that, I think I did a pretty good job of refuting his argument of 28-622, in that we started talking about, he told me that there's no law that says I can go out and get pizza today. It's called the Constitution. It's the Constitution lets you go out and get pizza and be free. The Constitution allows me to be where I was standing. Oh. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about constitutional police reform, right? And I don't think it just extends to just police, but I think that's where we can affect some ground level change, because that impacts us all, right? Because the police are the ones that interact with us initially. They're the ones that forward on to all these other branches of the government that can restrict our freedoms. And if we can get the police to understand and get thinking with a constitutional mindset of servitude, that then crap BS charges won't make it to corrupt prosecutors, right? And if we can get our legislators thinking in a constitutional mindset of servitude, that bleeds down through all the other agencies of government, right? So let's get constitutions everywhere. I can count, in my view, I got 3 constitutions in my car. By the end of the day, I guarantee you I'll have 2. I pass out constitutions, they're like candy. And I hope everybody else starts doing the same. We got to spread this word of that document. I gave a copy of the Constitution. This is an interesting story. I was having a conversation with a guy at work when I was working some security details, corporate. And this guy happened to be Native American. And we were discussing the Constitution and the amendments. And I brought up, did you know slavery is still legal in the United States? He didn't believe me. And so I said, yeah, I think it's the 13th Amendment of the Constitution. He said, no, slavery is not legal in the United States. So I went out to my car and I got him a copy of the Constitution. And I read to him the 13th Amendment. It's right here, people. It's the 13th Amendment. Let me read it to you. It's super quick. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall be duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. So I read that to him, and that just kind of blew his mind. And he sat there and he read this document. He read it for an hour and a half. I felt like a proud papa. It was awesome. But these are the little seeds that we have to plant. And, you know, guys, these are the cards that you guys that are going out there and dealing with law enforcement every day have these with you. They arrest you and you have those in your possession. Do you know what that does for your case? Right? You have the law. You can quote the law to them. It's like when Officer Borovac tried to get me for obstruction, right? Well, in order for Officer Borovac to get me for obstruction, he's got to meet certain elements of the crime. Every prosecutor knows you have to meet certain elements of the crime before you can be convicted, right? Or before they'll consider it. I learned this as a big box fraud investigator for, we'll say, a blue label hardware store. And when you write a report to put somebody in jail, you have to meet elements of the crime. Elements of the crime for obstruction of a criminal investigation in Arizona you have to bribe, misrepresent, use intimidation, threats, or force, or threats of force to obstruct, delay, prevent communication or information. Those are the elements of a crime in obstruction. And if you get that officer to admit you didn't do any of those things, if he wants to take you, he's going to take you. But when it comes down to it, he can't beat you because he's already lost before you ever got charged. So guys, man, print these out. Keep them with you. They're invaluable. I should have had 28-622 with me, but I think I did a pretty good job. Anybody got any questions? I haven't really been paying. I'm going to go back through here. I found out about those statute cards. Awesome, man. Make some. You guys protect yourselves. Thanks, M-Star. Don't be a dick. Hey guys, on my website, don'tbeadick.website. I've got T-shirts, right? I make these for myself. I don't do my Don't Be a Dick.website for a profit. I think I've sold 3 of them. 2 of them have been to myself. One of them was to my dad. So I just do it for fun. But I made a shirt that says suspicious person along the front. And right underneath that, it says Arizona Revised Statute 132412. And then it literally got written out, the ID statute for Arizona on it. So I challenge you, when you go into a First Amendment audit and the cop starts asking you for your ID, hey, tell me on my T-shirt where it says that I'm legally obligated to provide you with my identification. Can you imagine? Look, point it out to me right here on my shirt. Where am I legally obligated to give you my identification? You're not, unless he has reasonable articulable suspicion that you are about to have committed or are committing a crime. And that articulable suspicion has to be supported by articulable facts, right? So you guys got to learn, you guys got to know your laws when you're out there. And this is a lot of that's for just got a friendly text message from a friendly voice. But guys, get out there and do that. But I've got these shirts. On the back of the shirt, it says good citizen. And it's got a quote from Ben Franklin. And the quote is, those who would give up liberty for safety deserve neither. Right? And ain't that the truth? I ain't giving up liberty nor freedom for safety or security. It ain't happening. I mean, you're going to have to strap me to the table and put me on the train, because other than that, you're not going to take away my liberties and freedom unlawfully. And I'm not going to be abused by my government unlawfully. But on those shirts, I made some for Florida, Texas, California, M-Star. I'm still working. I got for California, I've got 148G. M-Star sent me one, but I got to edit it down so it's the pertinent parts. And I'm sorry, M-Star, I failed you. I've gotten lazy and busy all at the same time. I did an armed fisherman for you in Fisherman, or for Florida, 790-253H is written out on that shirt. And that's so that you can open carry while going to and from hunting, camping, or fishing, right? 3802s on the Texas. 101.151 is also on the Florida. Guys, I watch these videos. I learn, I study from you guys. I hope you guys are telling. So I want you guys to be encouraged that when you guys are out there making these videos, you guys are making an impact. You guys are making huge, huge impacts out there. You know, you guys have educated me. You guys have given me the tools and skills that necessary to go and affect change, to hold Officer Borovac accountable, because that's not done yet. Just because they haven't finished prosecuting him doesn't mean that the accountability's done. There's other things that can still be done. And I don't have to be the loudest guy in the room to do it. I've just got to come with intellect over emotion and with a reasoned, rational plan for change and solution to problems. And that's what I recommend all of you guys do. You got to come to the table when you want to make change. You got to come with reasonable, rational solution to problems. You can't just go say, fix policing in America today. Well, how do we do that? Well, in my view, we do that through constitutional police reform, right? We make it mandatory that cops have constitutional training in the academy and then ongoing throughout their careers, right? And not just, hey guys, read the Constitution and we're going to ask you 3 questions. No, that should be a pretty intensive class on the rights that they swore an oath to uphold and protect, right? The second one is we got to make it illegal for them to lie to you about your constitutional rights. They can't tell me I have to answer their questions. It's the law. God forbid tell my minor child that he has to answer his question because it's the law, right? Crap's just not right. And complaint forms in the lobby of every police station, right? I'm trying to make that a law here in Arizona, make all 3 of those a law here in Arizona. And I'm doing that through my legislator. I've put some videos on my channel. You guys, I hope you guys can get out and contact your legislators and plant that seed of constitutional police reform for them. But I'm going to post that full video. I'm going to get going. Let me see. Do we got any more questions? Let me pop down to the bottom. That's about it. So DA, I didn't. Did I mail you? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying, what you're asking me, B-Dub. All right, guys, that's it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Thanks for dropping in. I'm going to post a full call. Get your popcorn, get your candy. D, what's up, brother? Good looking out, man. So I'll go over it with you since you're in. If you're here, I would imagine we probably get a few more people popping in here. So D, I got the call from Tempe City Prosecutor's Office. It was my fault. I got assaulted. Yep. That's basically what it boils down to. Did you see that little teaser video I popped up? Give me a 1, maybe. Yes, no. But yeah, so basically what they said, I got him to agree to everything that I said. Everything, my perspective, he agreed 100%. The officer walked to me. The officer placed his hands on me without provocation. He didn't have justification. All of it, said everything. But at the same time, he said I didn't follow his unlawful order to move back, so therefore they don't think that they can get a judge to agree with them. So in essence, what I've been saying, cops protect cops, courts protect courts, is absolutely true. In this case, hey, let's give shout out to Phoenix PD SIU for forwarding the charges. I'll give credit where credit's due on that, but just crazy. So that's it, guys. All right, man. That's the brief synopsis for D. I'm going to post that full video. Thanks again, everybody. Be good humans. That's all I can ask, right? Let me be, I'll let you be. Just be good humans to each other. When I cross your paths. Peace out.